Hello, everybody. Welcome to Championship predictions for round 31, which is going to be a short one. We're recording on Tuesday, but this won't go out till Wednesday. So we're not going to cover the two Championship games that are tonight in our world, because in your world, as you're watching on Wednesday, they've already happened. We will cover Coventry versus Leeds. But if you're watching on Thursday or Friday, don't worry about that. You can still get your predictions in for the rest of the games. Sam, you are back to winning ways, and it's a disgusting victory for you, Sam, because it was secured by a 0-0. You called Pompey and Burnley. You said it stinks of it. You were absolutely right. Very poor week from me. I only got 4. You got 6, and you take the win, which puts you back in front on the weekly, Sam, 14-13, and it's so tight on the aggregate. 2-17, 2-2-1. Sam, I feel the pressure a bit more when there's only 6 games, because you could come up with a really low score on this one.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it was a particularly vintage week, that one. No. So, yeah, let's hope we rack up a few more points this week.
Amen to that. Get involved and let us know your scores. You can copy and paste the fixtures from the description. Give yourself 1 point if you get a correct outcome, home, away, or draw. Give yourself 3 points if you get the scoreline bob on. And you can have a bonus point for 5 or more goals in your scoreline. That will be a 4-pointer. Sam, this game is tonight as everybody is watching. It is because both sides, I think, are in action in the FA Cup at the weekend. It is Coventry, 4 on the trot. Leeds, I think, 12 unbeaten, and they've just won 7-0.
And let's imagine that Matt Grimes is going to start here, I would think, or certainly see some minutes, given that I would presume he's not going to be eligible for the game against Ipswich. Am I right in saying that?
That's probably not a bad chat. Keep talking, I'll look it up.
Yeah, so let's think out he's going to start. Do you know what? They're in a brilliant bit of form, but, you know, they've got that game on the horizon, which will capture the imagination at the weekend in the FA Cup. So for that reason, I'm going to go for Leeds to win this narrowly. I'm going to go for Leeds to win at Coventry, despite Coventry's upturn, 2-1. And I'm not fully convinced, but that's where I'm going.
Yeah, it's difficult because we often, you know, when you get the team that's top of the league, it's very easy to just have them winning every single week. So you're trying to pick out the odd draw, aren't you? Maybe this might be one, with it being a 3-game week and an away game. You've taken the 2-1. I think if Leeds do win, it'll be by the single goal. I might take them at 1-0, Sam, although I don't mind a draw here. I could play tactically and go against you, but no, I will go with what I actually think is going to happen. I will back Leeds. I'm going to go Coventry 0, Leeds 1, which, depending on what Burnley have done, could put, well, it's certainly going to put a gap in over Sheffield United, would go up to a 5-point gap. Sam, I am up first with Sunderland versus Watford, and not even mentioning that Sunderland are just very well drilled, and okay, it was an own goal, but got a really good win last night as we're recording against Middlesbrough. Watford doesn't seem good there. Rumours about the manager we've been speaking about for a couple of weeks. 3 straight defeats. It always skewed better at home, but they've got to go away to Sunderland. So I've got to back the Black Cats here. I'm going to go comfortable, Sam. Sunderland 3, Watford 0. Maybe Enzo Lefebvre to get himself a goal.
Yeah, I can't go against Sunderland. I think, yeah, they're in much better fettle than Watford currently, I think, managerially, and also maybe a little bit of a disappointing transfer win. That's all. Ryan Porteous went out to...
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You liked him earlier in the season.
Yeah, he's not a bad player. I think there's probably been better defenders for Watford this year, but yeah, him and Lewis Gibson, they're 2 decent defenders now going to be lining up for North End. I'm going to go for it to be a bit tighter here, you know, especially after the amount of energy that they will have used up last night. I'm going to go for Sunderland to win, but Sunderland to win by 2-1 and maybe a Jayden Dan's debut goal.
Love that. West Brom versus Sheffield Wednesday, Sam. A big out for West Brom as well. You had him I think you might have had him in your team of the season last season, Alex Palmer, potentially, as we were trying to fit in Leeds, Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich players in there. But he has gone to Ipswich indeed. How will that affect him, Sam?
Yeah, not ideal. Someone probably that we've earmarked to potentially be a Premier League goalkeeper. I certainly have always felt he's had the capability to step up. So, yeah, no surprise there. Sheffield Wednesday, good win at QPR, drop points at home against Luton. Probably a slightly better, certainly early part of the season team away from Hillsborough. I know that's maybe been turned around a little bit in recent times. I don't think I can separate them. I think there's going to be a little bit of short-term difficulty for West Brom. I'll go for a 2-2 in this game.
I like that a lot. I'm going to go for a 1-1, Sam, for pretty much the same reasons as you're saying. It might take Mogga, I don't know, a month or two to get this sorted out. I just love the fact that in West Brom, we've gone from never having both teams to score for always having both teams to score now. Tony Mowbray's in. So I'm going to double you up, Sam. You've got the Desmond. I'll take the 1-1. It is Norwich versus Derby, Sam. And I think we're going to be doubling each other up here with another home win. Sargent back, 3 goals in 2. Saints last game suspended. Norwich in decent form. There's a sniff of the playoffs up ahead of them. They're only 2 points off, and we've both just predicted West Brom to drop points. I'm going to take Norwich comfortably to win this game 2-0.
God, that's crept up on me. Derby 6 straight defeats.
8 in all comps.
8 in all comps. Blimey. Yeah, so the safe money here is got to be on the home win. What did you take?
I took a 2-0. Are you thinking both teams to score?
Well, I am now because I definitely had 2-0. I will have 3-1.
He's sticking with the same margin of victory. It is Sheffield United versus Portsmouth, Sam.
Yeah, well, I think in the main, Sheffield United have done brilliant business, look incredibly strong to attack this last part of the season. And Portsmouth, I think, just about did what they wanted to do. A little bit of uncertainty to the, I suppose, experience of the two they've brought in, but it was definitely creativity. Ashish, I'm talking about, from Sunderland, and Cade Gordon. That's definitely the department where they needed to improve. I think given that you've got better defensive options now, you've got
Colby Bishop, centre half as well.
Yes, you've got some young talent from Australia. Two signings there who I saw both of them last time out at Fratton Park, or the previous game against Millwall, who looked decent, the pair of them. So yeah, if Gordon and Ashish can have the impact that they hope, could be what I was anticipating from Portsmouth, which would be a strong end to the season. But yeah, I think here, too difficult to think that they're going to turn around their away form at Bramall Lane. Let's go 2-0 Sheffield United.
Yeah, I like the clean sheet as well, Sam. So I've either got to go 3-0 or 1-0 here. And I still think there's a bit of a sense from Sheffield United that you're not just going to sign however many players they've signed, Sam, and it just all gel immediately. That'll take a little bit of time. They won 1-0 at Derby, so I'm going to go for back-to-back 1-0 wins. Sheffield United 1, Portsmouth 0. Sam, you are covering this game at the weekend. It's Bristol City versus Swansea, and you hyped it up on the Championship Checking podcast as a bit of a big game. I'm going to back Bristol City, though, because they've been far better, like, on your bingo card, everyone, because we've been saying this for months now about teams being better at home than away. Swansea, 4 defeats on the bounce. Luke Williams is going to be in trouble if they lose a 5th, but that's what I'm going to forecast. And I'm going to go for another clean sheet, Sam. Bristol City 1, Swansea 0.
Yeah, I mean, for example, if Derby were to win this weekend and Pompey gets something, and Swansea are going to be in a really precarious position if they get beaten at Ashton Gate. And I think on current form, Bristol City weren't great at Oxford. Obviously lost 2 players as well, so they're going to be a little bit rocked by that. That said, Liam Bannon made a multitude of changes, so I think the squad's in a decent place there, despite them not doing anything, I don't think, in January. 4 home wins on the spin. Swansea a little bit in free fall. I'll go for the home side here, but I'll go for the home side narrowly. I'm going to go for another 2-1.
Brilliant stuff. Right, only 6 for you in the comments today. Get involved with your own predictions there. Copy and paste from the description. Don't worry if you're here on Thursday or on Friday and you've missed Coventry v Leeds. We still want to hear your predictions for the remaining 5 games. Double shot next week. So Sam's going to be back early in the week on Monday, likely to predict the Tuesday and Wednesday games. Then we'll be back with another round of predictions and the Championship Check-In podcast on Thursday. So busy week. Check out yesterday's episode of the Championship Check-In where Sam went through the January transfer window and we picked out some favourites there. We'd love to hear your thoughts on your club's business and we would love to hear your predictions. So with that being said, we will say goodbye. Get predicting.